In this video, I'm going to show you how to open a Chase business account. Now, to do this, I highly suggest using a desktop so that you're able to see everything as clear as possible. Anyways, all you want to do is you want to open up Google Chrome, then look up chase.com. Okay, now once you do that, you're then going to be brought to a website that looks like this. And the most important thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you actually are on the correct website. So do not go to any other website that does not say chase.com. You need to make sure that it is this one. Now, once you're over here, you're going to notice that we're going to get this section that says choose what's right for you. And you want to start off by going to the business section. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This will vary heavily depending on what you are trying to actually do with your business. So you'll notice that it will say Chase for Business. And if you go ahead and scroll down, it's actually going to give you some filters that you can use in order to help narrow your selection, because there's a lot of different options and stuff like that for businesses. But the most common option that a lot of you guys are probably looking for is a checking or savings account for your business. So you're able to select on I am looking for, then select on a checking or savings account. And then it will say to over here. And then if you're starting a new business, you could select on this, or you already have a business and you want to go ahead and expand it, or you're doing this for tax purposes, then you want to select on help run or expand my business. Then you're able to select on explore solutions. So depending on what you input here, you're going to get different results. So please keep that in mind and take some time to actually understand what your situation is and make sure you put effort into these filters. Then select on explore solutions. Then you'll notice that we'll get a bunch of different options over here. So as you're able to tell, we got some business checking accounts from Chase, and we even do have some business savings account, which is definitely pretty useful. So over here, we have Chase Performance Business Checking. So this is a flexible account that can help give a mid-sized businesses a competitive edge. So this is just if you're like starting off or anything like that. But if you already have an established business or your business is already pretty big and you're already getting lots of transactions, then I suggest getting Chase Platinum Business Checking. And then we have more options over here. We got the savings account. And you guys could also go ahead and use this arrow button as well to look at all the other options. So let's just go ahead and select over here where it says business checking and then press on continue. All right, then it's going to give you more information. Keep in mind that over here, it's going to let you know the monthly service fee of the type of account you're trying to open up. So the monthly service fee can be reduced from $40 to $0. So keep that in mind. And you guys could go ahead and look through here and get more information, like detailed information of the actual account you're trying to open up. And if you don't want to pay the fee, you are able to go ahead and waive it, but you are going to need to meet certain criteria. For example, for this one, we're going to need a $35,000 or more in average beginning day balances each day. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. Obviously, you want to make sure that you keep track of your expenses. But anyways, once you're 1,000% sure and you're happy, you'll need to select on open account online. Okay, now you're going to need to input some information about your business. So first and foremost, you need to answer if you are an existing Chase customer. So if you used Chase in the past, you're able to select on yes, and then you can just log into your pre-existing Chase account, and then you're able to make your business account from there. But if you never use Chase, that is perfectly fine. You can select on no, then you're able to select on get started, and then you should be good to go. Now over here, it is then going to ask you for your business information. So you need to determine your legal business structure, whether that's an LLC, a corporation, partnership, or other, or if it's just yourself, that automatically falls into sole proprietorship. Keep that in mind. And also, you're going to need to input your business type, which is right here. And then it's going to ask you more information depending on what you input. Now, you will need to input your EIN, which stands for Employer Identification Number, or Social Security number if you're a sole proprietor. But if you have like an LLC or a business structure set up, you will need to input your EIN. Then you'll need to input your business address, your business phone number, and your website, which is optional. And you will need to determine what industry or business you're currently in. You're also going to need to input some personal information about yourself, such as your full legal name, your date of birth, social security number, email address, phone number, and home address. And Chase may ask you for a security question, so keep that in mind. And in extreme cases, they will actually require you to upload a photo of your government ID. So that could be something like a passport or a driver's license. So please have those documents on standby because you are likely going to need them. And it does take a few minutes to actually verify. Then, afterwards, you are going to need to set up your account details, which means creating a username and a password, choosing security options, and setting up online and mobile banking access. And then afterwards, you're able to make initial deposits right over here, and you can fund your account using a pre-existing bank account you already have. Maybe it's already with Chase. Then you can seamlessly connect the two, and then you can fund your savings or checking account for your business, and you should be good to go. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next tutorial.